Hello everyone, this is me on the right hand side. I just wanted you to be able to put a face to the voice. Um, I really wish that we would have been able to do some uh, web calls today. There were a lot of technical difficulties on my end that I'm trying to get fixed. I think I just don't like the Google Meet, so I think I'm going to be switching over to WebEx. Um, So I should have that part up and going here pretty soon. If you don't see a WebEx link in the homepage, that just means we don't have a meeting that day. It should be posted at the beginning of class. I get to school 8 a.m. every single day to update this homepage, so everything should be up to date. I'll obviously send a reminder email if you do have a WebEx meeting you should attend, and then at what time to attend it. Um, so the point of the WebEx meeting that I wanted to get across today was essentially just how to work my eCampus page. I know everyone kind of has it set up in their own unique way, so I wanted to show you how mine is set up. I know a lot of you were able to figure it all out, so that's wonderful. You submitted some assignments, maybe the lab quiz, the About Me discussion, that's perfect. So when you do click on my course page, should be what you're clicking on here, the MJ Comprehensive Science 2, and it'll say my last name, it'll say Ansley. Um, I know some people might have two courses for one period. Just take a look at your schedule and make sure you're accessing the right ones. It's very important for you since you are Seminole Connect. So this is what you're going to see. You're going to see my homepage here. The needed supplies. I'm assuming you should have most of this stuff at home. Really, the most important thing is going to be the notebook and the pencils. If you have already been at Milwee at 6th grade, you should know what we're doing with the notebook. It's going to be an interactive notebook that becomes your textbook because we don't do physical textbooks here. We haven't done them for a while. Um, so obviously, I'm going to be a little bit more flexible with you guys on if you're wanting to do it digitally or if you're wanting to do it physically, because there are going to be some printout things that I'm going to want you to do or to color. And if you have to do that online, that's okay, because if you don't have a printer, I completely understand. I would highly, highly, highly recommend physically writing out the notebook. One, because it's been proven that writing things out is connected to memory. So I really feel like that's going to be a great memorization tool for you since we're going to be using a lot of vocabulary. Um, but two, if you decide to come back face to face next year for 8th grade, you do have an 8th grade standardized test, I think, that covers everything in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So it's a wonderful study resource for that test. If you have any trouble getting the supplies, please let me know. Either email, text, call me, whatever you have to do, me or administration, and we're going to help you out as much as we can. I know a lot of you already used these contacts today because there were a lot of things that went wrong. This phone number is the phone in my room. I don't have a 4th period, and that would really be the only time I'd be answering this phone call. So if you or your parents really wanted to get a hold of me, that would be the time to do it, 4th period. This is my email address. If you have questions, you can send an email to me, or you can text me through this Google Voice number. If you have more of an immediate question that needs an answer as quickly as possible, I would send a text message because I get a lot of emails in a day. I probably got about 70 emails today, so it just gets buried. So I try to respond to them as quickly as I can. If it's an immediate question, please text me. So these two are going to be some useful resources for you. First off, let's just go ahead and go over the weekly agenda. This is a hyperlink that connects you to this page here. As the weeks progress, these are all going to become filled. Right now we're in quarter 1, week 1, August 17th through the 21st. I'm sure a lot of you already made it to this page. It shows your learning goals. It links you to assignments that need to be done. I just am now realizing that I forgot to put the discussion in here, but I know a lot of you had already found it because I got a whole lot of discussions I have to read over. I will be reading over this weekend or when I have time throughout this week, and I'm going to try to do some responses to them. They're not graded. It will be marked off as complete though. These videos here, these are videos throughout the week. You can watch them. I would highly recommend watching them. This one is more optional, and so is this one here. It's not too good. But the scientific method and repetition versus replication, those are two that I would recommend watching. I don't think we're going to get into repetition and replication until either Thursday or Friday, depending on which time you have me. But I'll put dates of when to watch these two. Obviously, they're not mandatory, but I will be showing them in my face-to-face classes. Hopefully, some of you were able to do the Nearpod. I know I didn't enter this access code until 5th period, I believe. So if you weren't able to do it, don't worry. I'm going to have another resource available for you to do Tuesday. That's going to be pretty much going over the exact same thing. We're going to be diving into observations and experiments. And I also am going to throw a little bit more vocabulary in there. And we're going to go over like hypothesis and I think variables as well. Those should be posted either tonight or tomorrow morning. And it's going to be under where this is now. So if you'd like to do this first day Nearpod and you didn't already do it, you can. If you don't want to, it's not mandatory because we'll be getting into it again tomorrow. If you did, that's perfect, but because we're diving into a bit more information tomorrow, you still are going to have to watch the one tomorrow. Let's go back to the home page. These are PowerPoints, so any PowerPoint that I create, anything that I think you might need additional help on, I'll create additional PowerPoints for, and you can go back and look at them. This one here is an introduction PowerPoint that I used in my face-to-face classes. It goes over the units, how the grades are laid out. You can take a look at it if you'd like to. It's not mandatory. If you're interested in like the grading scale, I would definitely take a look at it. This is the attendance. This is how I'm trying out the attendance for the first week or so. It's a Google form that asks about 1 or 2 questions. Today it was, what was your favorite color and tell me something you know about science. This stamps it with your name and the time that you submitted it. So that's kind of how I wanted to do it for you guys specifically, because I know we're not going to be able to have a web meeting every single morning and me do roll that way. So this way it timestamps me and lets me know when you attended class. So I think some of my face-to-face students had a lot of trouble getting this done. I haven't taken a look at the form yet to see who all answered it, so hopefully you were able to do it. Any live meeting that we are going to do, it's no longer going to be a Google Meet. I did not like it. It was very odd, so I think I'm going to switch over to WebEx. I think that's going to work out better for us, so I'm going to change this to WebEx. If it says no meeting today, it'll have the instructions of what to do. Go to the agenda, do X, Y, Z, and that's it. As soon as you're done doing that, you're done for the day for my class. So that's either free time to work on someone else's class or chill time. That's up to you, I guess. Here's the bell schedule if you have any questions about that. I know some people had questions about lunches. If you have me for 3rd period, you have C lunch. So let me see if I can go ahead and pull this up. So today, for example, C lunch was from 11:58 to 12:58. Tomorrow, if you have me, it's going to be from 12 to 12:23. Wednesday, 12:34 to 1:04. And Friday, 12:37 to 1:07. Sorry, that's Tuesday, Thursday. This is Wednesday, and this is Friday. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. And then same goes for everyone else. Your third period teacher should have what lunch you're scheduled to. So if you have any questions about that, contact them, or you can contact me and I'll try to find out for you. This technology survey wasn't necessarily for you all. It was primarily for my face-to-face students in case we went back to distance learning. We're really hoping we don't have to, but you know, we're just going with the flow this year. So you can answer this if you want to. It is not mandatory. Your anything that has a due date on it is going to pop up on your to-do list here. It should also be available for you to view in your calendar over here. This week you're not going to have a lot to do. It's just a simple lab safety agreement and a lab safety quiz. I'm still having you all do the lab safety agreement just in case in 9 weeks or however long you decide you do want to come back face to face. You've already done it and I don't have to dig through all my files to find a lab safety for you. And this lab safety quiz is fairly easy and I felt like it was a free 5 points that would boost your grade up, so that's why I'm having you do it as well. I really hope that we're going to be able to do a WebEx meeting here soon. I'll be sending out more email information about that. Here, let me show you cute cat. She was sleeping. This is one of my mini cats. I only have 3. She is super cute. She's got thumbs. She doesn't want to show you her thumbs. And she's just a kitten. Typically she's all over the laptop. I'm really surprised that she wasn't there today. I have another one. He is up here. He's 16 pounds. His name's Toothless. He's very chunky. And then there's one more roaming around here somewhere. She's 15 pounds and she's very chunky as well. I'll be reading over your discussions really soon. I'm really looking forward to reading them and seeing your faces hopefully sometime in the near future. If you have any questions, please text that Google Voice or send me an email. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as possible. So for now, have a great night, and everything should be posted on my homepage by tonight or tomorrow morning.